Oh my God. Joseph Robinette Rogan. Oh my God, that manlet standing right behind the high chair of the president. Oh my God. Oh my God. Someone in the chat said, I was wondering if he had noticed. No, I didn't initially notice him because he was hiding. He was hiding behind the high chair because he's a tiny, tiny man. Remember when Joe Rogan was like, oh, why is Trump doing this? Why is Trump doing this? Joe, oh, I feel politically homeless, Rogan. Joe, oh, I'm not actually a Republican, Rogan. Cuck. Yeah, no, he's not 5'8". Let's be real. He's like 5'4", maybe. Yeah, now we know why he, whenever he talks about the Epstein stuff, he rarely ever brings up Donald Trump. We don't know yet. We don't know. On WrestleMania weekend, yeah, it's really fucked up that they're doing this on WrestleMania weekend.
Folks, and I think we'll keep it on the subject pretty much. You'll have some questions on Iran, I know that. But this is such an important subject that I'd rather let this just speak for itself. And we'll be talking about Iran later. We have very good conversations going on. It's working out very well. They got a little cute, as they have been doing for 47 years. Nobody ever took them on. We took them on. They have no Navy, they have no Air Force, they have no leaders, they have no nothing. Actually, their leaders it is regime change.
Bro has Danny DeVito vibes? How dare you? Danny DeVito is the GOAT and a lifetime big donor to Democracy Now! Fun fact. Danny DeVito has always had incredible politics.
You call that enforced regime change?
Big Bernie bro, too.
But we're talking to them. They wanted to close up the strait again, you know, as they've been doing for years. And they can't blackmail us. In fact, a lot of the ships are coming up to Texas. I don't know if you know, in Louisiana, the ships are coming up. They got used to it. Maybe they'll keep doing it. It's worked out pretty good. But it's going actually along very well.
Would he mind you revealing that? Wait, what? You think that's a secret? That's not a secret. Why do you think I know that? You think I know because I have access to the fucking wonders of Democracy Now? No. What is this? Does it have Danny DeVito on here? Yeah, Danny DeVito and Danny Glover on why they support Democracy Now. There it is. I thought you knew. Oh, you thought Danny DeVito and I know each other personally, and he told me. You think Joe Rogan will lose followers because of this? No, man. At some point, y'all got to realize something that is fundamental, okay? Right-wingers are stupid, okay? Sure, liberals are stupid. We're all stupid. But right-wingers are extra stupid, okay? And when your audience is entirely comprised of extra stupid people, they lack object permanence. They lack the capacity to comprehend who's actually doing them the harm. It's much easier to sell to right-wingers, okay? It's not a secret, and that is precisely the reason why when a beloved content creator is falling out of favor or when someone has done like heinous crimes, they immediately pivot to thumping the Bible and also becoming a right-winger because they know that that audience is unbelievably forgiving, I guess, if that's the right term to use here. And they're very stupid. It's just you sell to stupid people, okay? Selling to smart people is much more difficult. Selling to stupid people, on the other hand, is much easier. So no, Joe Rogan, who's overwhelming majority of his audience is now like obviously very right wing, are not going to turn around and be like, wow, I can't believe Joe Rogan. Went and hung out with the president. No, they love that shit.
And we'll see, but we'll have some information by the end of the day. We're talking to them, and we're taking it tough.
Let's see what Joe Rogan had to say.
Opiate problem in this country, obviously. In 2024, more than 80,000 people died of overdoses. It's a horrible number. And there's more than 5 million people that are addicted to opiates right now in this country. With one dose of Ibogaine, more than 80% of people are free of that addiction. With 2 doses, it's more than 90%. I sent him that information. The text message came back, sounds great. Do you want FDA approval? Let's do it.
Are you serious? That's how this stuff works? That's how this stuff works? Joe Rogan showing up to the White House after spending a month claiming to be politically homeless. He said, let me put my mouth on that thing. Let me. Also, every time you suck Trump's dick, you're basically also sucking Benjamin Netanyahu as well. So it's a double suck. Because Trump is sucking Benjamin Netanyahu off. So technically you're both sucking Trump off and Benjamin Netanyahu. So good job.
It was literally that quick. These drugs are illegal not because they're harmful. They're illegal because of the 1970 Controlled Substances Act that was passed by the Richard Nixon administration. They did it to target the civil rights movement and the anti-war movement. It's not because these drugs harm people. And for 56 years, we've lived under those.
I don't know enough about the drug that he's talking about. So I can't. I don't know what the deal is, but
terrible conditions.
Wait, Ibogaine DMT? Wait, he's saying DMT is helpful for overcoming heroin addiction?
Free of that now. We're free of that now. Thanks to all these people that we see next to me, and thanks to President Trump. We have a gigantic opiate.
Ibogaine can cause heart attacks and other problems leading to death, even under medical supervision. It's a potent hallucinogen. It has been used to treat heroin addiction successfully. There was a moment here where the FDA people were saying this is great for us to study, and Trump was basically saying the studies are useless because Joe Rogan and his friends said it works at 30 minutes in the vid. Oh, that's unbelievable. I bet. Actually, what am I saying? That's the most believable thing.
Drug abuse director. She's been an absolute hero in just developing scientific. So the commitment for American science to focus on this, and in many ways, it's that scientific advance that brought us to this moment. So thank you, President Trump.
But if it's good, we want to get it fully approved fast, right?
I mean, for the things that have great evidence, and that's what
these studies, they're going for a long time, and if it's good, I mean,
yeah, get it done. Chop, chop. Start giving people these drugs right now. No need for testing.
A witness right here. These two incredible brothers. That to me is a study, right?
I mean, it's just as Commissioner McCary said. There's stuff that we know and we can tell it works. We still got to figure out somehow how it works or why it works. That we got to keep doing even as we move forward fast.
But it does work.
Some of those, I mean, absolutely. Some of those treatments absolutely work.
Yes, it works.
Here,
it works.
I'm trying to get the answer because it either works or it doesn't. I would think.
What the hell am I citing this executive order for? Shut the fuck up. Say it works. Say it works now. Joe Rogan told me. It's awesome.
There's been a lot of research already. Indirect research, maybe the ultimate research, people that have taken it, because I've spoken to people that have taken it, aside from the trail, both of them. I've spoken to 5 people that
Mr. President, works.
That had big problems.
I've done it 3 times.
Yeah,
it works.
please.
It fixed my demonic relationship.
This is Rob O'Neill, who's a friend of mine and a great guy. Go ahead.
It fixed my demonic relationship with alcohol. It saved my life, and then it saved my wife.
Wait, Rob O'Neill, that's Mick Booyah, right? That's Mick Booyah. That's the guy who was like, I'm going to do a rape on all of I'm going to turn all of the young Democrat DNC influencers into my child rape slaves. Look it up. That's what he said. That was him. Yeah, Mick Booyah. He follows me on Twitter. Freaks me out a lot. I don't know why. That's how you know it's scientifically legit when the dude talks about how it scared away his demons. Yeah, look, see? We're Gen Z voters and we all proudly voted for Kamala Harris. Real men support Harris. You're not men, you're boys. If there was no social media, you would be my concubines. That's him. That's the guy. Robert J. O'Neill. Hasan, bro, you're so disgusting for this. He was clearly struggling when he said he would turn that kid into his concubine. He's cured now. The psychedelics cured him. The demons are gone. You don't get it, man. Cures addiction, but not gayness. I think this is something different than being gay. Okay. This is the opposite of being gay. This is Why do they all sexualize Harry Hasan? I don't know. It's very strange because we know Harry Hasan. Okay, like, but all of the like boomer right wing psychopaths all want to have sex with him. It's very odd. Yeah, Roman Empire style, not like NPR and chill ? Damn, that ass is fat. Harry Hasan. God, that ass is fat. Oh God, that was funny when liberals were like, Harry Hasan, that's unacceptable. How much longer until the chicken is done? Let's see. No, the chicken has been cooked already. This is literally the chicken sitting on the rotisserie lamp. Look at that. Look. It doesn't even work anymore. You see that? Doesn't even work anymore. I've zapped her so much. It doesn't even work. Anyway, I'm glad that guy Robert O'Neill is in the White House right now talking about how this untested drug cured him of his demons.
Every day's a blessing. It took about 3 years of, I did it 3 times. It's a different adventure every time. That's not fun.
So without it, you would have had problems.
I did it with, there was a Green Beret, 28-year Sergeant Major, that told me when we finished, make sure you tell Amber Capone, the CEO of Veterans Exploring Treatment Solutions, that she saved my life because I was going to kill myself next week.
20% of women are on an antidepressant.
And is that good in terms of do they work?
There's highly problematic research on the fact that over 20% of U.S. women,
Thank you, Mr. President. What's the timeline for those?
She just wanted to say something. Can you let her
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think what's really important about your order is you include, we really want to understand why these rapid-acting treatments work. We need that for every treatment in mental health illnesses. Standard antidepressants in research, they do work for some people, but certainly not everyone. And if we think of cancer, all other conditions, we have a test to know which treatment is needed, and we don't have that for mental illness. It's guesswork.
This is tough.
So
with that, it either works or it doesn't work, and you have the
right.
result.
And so
With this, you don't
as
know.
part of this order, I think it's really important that we're able to have the investment to understand who does this work for, and the test to accompany that. So thank you for
Do you
making
think
that
this
work.
can be a big step above antidepressants, what we're doing?
I think it can be identifying who doesn't respond to an antidepressant straight away, rather than waiting for years. And
What
being
percentage
able
of people respond positively to antidepressants? How much?
20 to
They don't have. Is it just about this particular cure? Because if that's the case, I'm gonna skip
Tell
it.
everybody how this happened. I sent President Trump some information. We have a gigantic opiate problem in this country, obviously. In 2024, more than 80,000 people died of overdoses. It's a horrible number. And there's more than 5 million people that are addicted to opiates right now in this country. With 1 dose of Ibogaine, more than 80% of people are free of that addiction. With 2 doses, it's more than 90%. I sent him that information. The text message came back, sounds great. Do you want FDA approval? Let's do it. It was literally that quick. These drugs are illegal not because they're harmful. They're illegal because of the 1970 Controlled Substances Act that was passed by the Richard Nixon administration. They did it to target the civil rights movement and the anti-war movement. It's not because these drugs harm people. And for 56 years, we've lived under those terrible conditions. We're free of that now. We're free of that now. Thanks to all these people that we see next to me, and thanks to President Trump.
Hi, my name is Dr. Rubin, and President Trump signed an executive order today ordering the FDA to have a priority review on certain psychedelic medications used to treat PTSD and other related disorders, which it is important to have more focus on this because it is a significant problem. My concern is how this executive order came about and some of the framing behind it and how they are messaging it to the public. So Joe Rogan, who's a podcaster, not a medical professional, was able to send a small amount of data saying that the medication Ibogaine was safe and effective, and the president saying, hey, let's get this FDA approved, is not how the FDA actually works. It doesn't work on vibes. It works on evidence, looking at the body of clinical trial data to see if something is safe and efficacious. And right now, Ibogaine has very limited data in treating withdrawal and substance use disorder. In fact, it also has a lot of safety concerns because it's known to be potentially cardiotoxic. It can cause something called QTc prolongation, causing potentially fatal arrhythmias, and there's even been one death associated with this medication. It would not surprise me if the FDA doesn't approve this medication because recently leucovorin was being oversold by President Trump as a treatment for autism when in fact it didn't actually get FDA approval for autism spectrum disorder because it's really more about political vibes rather than actual data and being fully transparent.